So round two, same thing. Every other minute is going to be a number you're hitting. Those 2 and 4s are going to be that 40-20. Minute 6 is going to be your 60 seconds. So we're starting with those 12 goblet squats with a pulse at the bottom. Ready? And go. So you're getting 12. You have a 60 seconds to get there. So goblet pulse to stand. Drop it, pulse it, stand it up. Pulse it. So we're never coming completely out of that stance. You're not pushing those hips forward, okay? You're gonna stay back, stay in it, goblet pulse, up to about 90%, back down. Pulse it, up. Staying in that lift for 12 reps. Once you get those 12 reps, you're setting that dumbbell down. You are resting to finish off this minute. We're at that 40-second mark. Good. You have 10 seconds. Then we're moving to that 40-20 round where you have that out, in, out burpee with those 2 forward lunges. Ready? And go. So out, in, out, burpee it. Forward lunge, right, back to center, left, back to center, jump it out, in, out. That burpee happens on that second out. Then you're stepping it to center or jumping it up for those 2 forward lunges. You have 40 seconds of work. You've already knocked out 30 seconds. You have 10 seconds to go before you get that 20 seconds of rest. 5 seconds, nice work, stay with it, and stop. You have 20 seconds, shake it out. From here, we're going to those 10 deadlift to calf raises. You have 10 reps, 60 seconds to get there. Go ahead and load up those dumbbells. Ready, and go. So deadlift at the top, up to those toes for that calf raise. Drop it over, stand it, squeeze to the top, calf raise. With that micro bend through those legs, we're shifting those hips back, keeping that nice flat back as we drop those dumbbells, keeping them close. Good. Drop, feel that stretch, squeezing to the top, up to those toes for that calf raise. Slight pause at the top of that calf raise. You have 10 reps. 40 seconds down, you have another 20 seconds to get those 10 reps in. Ten seconds. From here, we're going into that broad jump with that shuffle back. We have 40 seconds of work. Ready? And go. Shift back to those heels. Big broad jump forward, shuffling it back. Shift back to those heels again, broad jump forward. Modification on this one. You can get those 2 monster walks forward, shuffle it back. 2 monsters forward, shuffle it back. Continuing to find that push. 40 seconds on, then you have 20 seconds off in this minute. 5 seconds. And stop. You have 20 seconds off. We are going into that split lunge with that dumbbell pass through. You have 8 reps on each leg. All right, go ahead and load up that single heavy dumbbell. That right leg steps back and go. So you have 8 pass through split lunges on that single side, keeping those eyes forward, dropping that back knee. Good. That dumbbell pass through allows you to get low in that lunge. Once you get your 8 reps, you're gonna step it forward, step it back with that other leg, stay in that static position, throw the for those 8 pass throughs. You've already hit that 40-second mark, you have 20 seconds to go. Once you get your 8 and 8, you are resting to finish out this minute. You have 10 seconds. Go ahead and head to that wall when you're done with that single heavy dumbbell. We have 60 seconds of a wall sit. Ready? And go. Go ahead and sit into it. So that dumbbell is sitting on top of those quads. You can place those arms on those hips or on those hips, or you can have them dangling. I don't want them placed on those knees. Nice job. You are holding, digging those heels in, pressing that lower back into the wall. You've already knocked out 30 seconds. Continuing to stay in that hold for 60. You got this. Press that lower back in. Allow that butt to get low, allowing those quads to be parallel to the floor. 10 seconds. Big push. And up. Go ahead and stand it up, shake it out. Nice job, you guys. You have about 20 seconds. We are back to the top for round 3, starting with those 12 goblet squats with a pulse at the bottom. Go ahead and load it up. Ready? And go. 12 goblet squats with a pulse at the bottom. Dumbbells at that chest. Feet are a little wider than shoulder width apart. We are dropping those elbows between those knees, getting that pulse at the bottom. On that stand, you're not coming all the way up. You're coming up about that 90%, allowing those hips to still stay shifted back, getting ready for that next goblet. Good. Drop that butt low. You have 12 reps, and then you're setting that dumbbell down to finish out this minute. You're at that 40-second mark. Work through those reps. Our second minute is that out, in, out burpee with those 2 forward lunges. You have 40 seconds on the clock. Ready? And go. Out, in, out, burpee. Up for 2 forward lunges. Right side, left side. Then you're out, in, out, burpee. 2 forward lunges. Good. No weight. We're going body weight here for 40 seconds. Big push. Work for that 20-second break. You got this. No one lets up. Dig in. And stop. You have 20 seconds off. From here, you're going into that lift. You're doing a deadlift to calf raise. 10 reps. Go ahead and load up those dumbbells. Ready? And go. So deadlift at the top. We're getting into that calf raise. Drop it. Squeeze to the top. Calf raise, making sure there's a soft bend through those legs. Those shoulders are down and back. That core is staying pulled in. You have that nice flat back on that drop. Squeezing to the top. Up to those toes. Pause for a second at the top of that calf raise. Good. You have 60 seconds to get those 12 reps. Nice job. Fifteen seconds left to finish out those reps. Minute 4 is that broad jump to that shuffle back. You have 5 seconds. Ready? And go. Shift back to those heels. We're broad jumping, landing on in those heels. Shuffling it back, staying low on that shuffle back. Use those arms to get that jump forward. Modification. 2 monsters forward. Shuffle it back to start. 2 monsters with the shuffle is your modification if you're not doing that broad jump. On that broad jump, shift that weight back into those heels. Explode, land in those heels. That will take that pressure off those knees. 5 seconds. And stop. You have 20 seconds off. We are going into those split squats or those split lunges. We have 8 reps. Each side, we have that dumbbell pass through, allowing ourselves to get low in that lunge. Go ahead and grab that dumbbell. Right hand has that dumbbell, right leg steps back. Ready? And go. So you have 8 pass throughs on that single leg. Once you get 8, you're stepping it to center, stepping it back. That dumbbell now starts in that left hand. Same thing. Making sure on that split lunge, you aren't running a tightrope. You're on those tracks. Good. 8 reps, 8 reps. And then you are resting. Nice job, you guys. Push. You have 15 seconds to finish out. If you are done, you are just grabbing or sticking with that single heavy dumbbell. You're making your way to the wall for our 60-second wall sit. Ready? And go. Dropping into that wall sit. Weight sits on top of those quads. Hands can be on those sides. You are just focusing on keeping those ankles below those knees, not allowing those knees to come in. That lower back is staying pressed into that wall. Good. Each time we come back to this wall sit in these rounds, it's going to feel a little tougher. Those legs are getting a little more tired. You are sticking with it for 60 seconds. You've already knocked out 40 seconds. You have 20 seconds to go. Keep working. Stay in it. Take your mind somewhere else for a second. Just stay in that sit. 5 seconds. And up. Nice job. Bring it to stand. Shake those legs out. We have one final round to get through in this lower body. So we are starting back at the top. We're doing those 12 goblet squats with a pulse. This is your last time with each of these minutes. Go ahead and load it up and go. 12 goblet squats. At the bottom, you have that pulse. So it's goblet, pulse at the bottom. Remember, we're coming only to 90%. We're not standing it all the way up. We're not shifting those hips forward. We're staying back, drop, goblet, pulse, up, drop, pulse it at the bottom, up. Feet are a little wider in that stance. Those elbows are dropping between those legs. Good. You are knocking out 12 reps. Everyone's depth is going to be a little different. Nice job, you guys. From here, we are going into that out, in, out burpee with those 2 forward lunges for 40 seconds. 5 seconds and we go. Ready? And go. Out, in, out, burpee. Forward lunge right, back to center. Forward lunge left, back to center. We're getting those little squats on that out, in, out, burpee, lunge right, lunge left. 40 seconds of work. You've already knocked out 25. 10 seconds to go. You got this. Push. And stop. Nice job. You have 20 seconds off. We are grabbing those heavy dumbbells. You have 10 reps of that deadlift to calf raise. We're going in 10 seconds. Ready? And go. So we have that deadlift at the top, up for that calf raise. Drop it over, deadlift, top for that calf raise. Keeping that back nice and flat on that drop. Core is staying pulled in. Legs are staying long with that soft bend. Not allowing those shoulders to roll forward. Good. Lots to focus on here at the top. You're coming up to those toes, getting that slight hold in that calf raise. We have already knocked out 40 seconds of this minute. You have the entire minute to get those 10 reps. Good. 10 seconds. We are going to that broad jump to that shuffle back in 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds. Broad jump, big jump. Stay low, shuffle back. So again, we're rotating back on those heels. Big jump, landing in those heels. Shuffle it back. Shift those hips. Starting in those heels and landing in those heels will take it out of those knees. 30 seconds down, you have 10 seconds to go. Stay low in that land. Allow yourself to drop in that land. And stop. Nice job. 20 seconds to finish out minute 4. We are going to those split squats or those split lunges. We have that dumbbell pass through. 8 reps each side. Go ahead and load it up. Ready? And go. Right leg steps back. Right arm starts in that with that dumbbell. Dropping it. We're getting low. Passing it through. Low. Pass it through. 8 reps. Step it to center. Then we're stepping it back with that other leg for 8 reps. Good. 20 seconds down. Pass through, stand. Pass through, stand. 30 seconds down. Once you hit those 8 and 8, you're setting that dumbbell down, resting to finish out this minute. And then we are finishing with our final minute on that wall. You have 10 seconds. So stay with that heavy dumbbell. Go ahead and make your way to the wall. We are going in 5 seconds. Ready? And go. Sit into it. Find that form. Find that space. Dig those heels in. Push that lower back into the wall. Making sure those quads are parallel to that floor. You are forming that square with those legs, wall, floor. Good. You are staying in it for 60 seconds. You've already knocked out 30 seconds. You're halfway there. Focus on that next 10 seconds. You got this. The next 10 seconds is down. Focus on that next 10. You can do this. Big dig. That next 10 seconds is down. You have your final 10 seconds. Stay in it. You got this. Work through it. And stop. Go in and make your way to the top. That is it for for lower body today, you guys. Way to work. If you are sticking around for non-impact, I'm just going to get that video switched. Have a great day. See ya.